Hey, what's going on, y'all? I know it has been a fucking minute since I have been on here, but yeah, just a lot of shit. Just really been feeling like shit the last month and a half whenever I last uploaded a video. Just haven't felt like doing a fucking thing. I don't know if it's just been my depression acting up or whatever, but yeah, it's been a minute and I just felt like getting on here and making a video. I'm going to make this one, and then I'm also going to make another one here shortly. Hopefully I'll be in a better mood. I'm going to try and be in a better mood for that one because the next one is going to be a dedication video to someone very, very special to me. Someone who I care for a great, great deal, and who I love more than anything. And just in case everyone's wondering, no, it is not Twisted Ash. I know she has not went on the record and spoken about our relationship, but a couple months back, me and Twisted Ash broke up. And it was a mutual thing. I mean, there were no hard feelings. Uh, well, I mean, not totally true. There were some words exchanged, heated words. But then again, both me and her are two extremely, extremely emotional people. Um, but I mean, it's all good now. We're good friends. We still talk, almost daily. So that's cool. And as long as nobody gives her shit about our breakup, as long as no one gives me shit about the breakup, then yeah, I'll be cool with you. And that's just the way that is. Um, so, on to the subject matter at hand for this video. Twiztid and Blaze, 2 nights ago in Tampa, Florida, were arrested on possession of marijuana charges. And the person behind it, according to them, they have been kind of vague about it on their Twitter. Um, I'll leave for those of you who don't know what what Twiztid's Twitter is. I'll leave a link in the description box there, and also um, links to a few other lows and lets who've been posting about this over the last day and a half. Um, yeah, just some really fucked up shit. My feeling on the whole matter is that basically what the deal was that J10, and this is just from what I've heard from everybody, what I've heard following Twiztid's tweets and listening to different lows and lets online. Sorry, smoker's cough. Um, Watching different videos, reading different blogs, getting different people's opinions on the whole the whole ordeal. Um, Basically, they did a show. It was supposed to be Blaze, Twiztid, ICP, all doing a show in Tampa. Apparently, Twiztid didn't get to perform because they were arrested before they could get on stage. I don't know if they were arrested on the way to the Tampa show or right after they got there and before they could get on. Blaze, same thing. I mean, I don't know when he got arrested. I'm thinking they all got arrested at the same time, would be my assumption. Uh, yeah, so apparently J10, who is, or was, Blaze's ex-hype man, was all pissed off and butthurt about not getting signed to Psy. And therefore, he made a bunch of mixtape CDs that he was handing out at the crowd at the show, or to the crowd at the show. With, I believe, Scotty Two Balls already covered the name of the song on the mixtapes, called Who You Dead Who, which obviously was a Blaze diss, and I'd also heard that he was dissing Psy as a whole on the mixtapes too, so I don't know, it could just have been that one song. I'm not sure. But anyway, he was handing out those mixtapes, and apparently some of the Psy crew uh, basically said, hey, look, dude, unless you want to get stomped, you need to get the fuck out of here, because we don't put up with that shit, you know. And then he went and acted like a little fucking bitch and called the cops on Twiztid and Blaze, telling them that they've got this big old gaggle of weed on them, because everyone knows that everyone on Psy smokes, especially Twiztid. I mean, if you don't know that Twiztid smokes weed, then I'm sorry, but you are just a fucking retard. Or you're just extremely brand new to the fam and you just don't know any better. And if that's the case, then I apologize to you who fit that category. But to everyone else who should know, sorry if you don't know that about them, then yeah, you're just retarded. But yeah, so that is the whole story about that. Mugshots were released by TMZ, and I gotta tell you, everyone's talking about how Jamie looked and how Jamie looks all fucked up and shit. To be perfectly honest, I think all three of them look fucked up. They all look fucking old, although they're all Twiztid, Blaze. I mean, all three of them are around, ICP's age, and ICP are the oldest mofos on Psy. I think, like, Jay is 38 or 39 now. Shaggy ain't too far behind him, and Twiztid I think are real close to their age. Blaze, I think, is a little bit younger than Twiztid. I could be wrong. He could be Twiztid's age. I'm not exactly sure. Um, but yeah, it's like all three of them look like crap in my opinion. Uh, Fucking Blaze will be looking like this before too long, with like maybe a little bit more skin, like in this area. Uh, yeah, he is. Oh man, I gotta agree with. I forget who it was, if it was As I Rant or Scotty or who it was, but yeah, as far as Blaze going bald, yeah, if that motherfucker is going bald, I'm sorry. I'm not dissing or anything, but yeah, all three of those dudes are showing their age. Uh, Mono, we all know Mono is a chain smoker that beats out all other chain smokers that have ever existed. I mean, he, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a 2 or 3 pack a day smoker. And I mean, I don't know how many cigarettes he smokes in a day. It's a lot. I know that much. But yeah, so all those cigarettes, and just like how Juglet J May put it in her video, in a comment that she made to, I believe it was Psychotherapy 707. Um, it's basically road life. Road life is what leads up to all of that. Time on the road, uh, touring constantly, and then doing the gathering every year, which is a 4-day event. Like, just 4 days straight of just hardcore, you know, partying your fucking dicks off, and neddins off if you're Paulette. But yeah, like rocking out on stage and shit, 4 days straight, hardcore, and then, like I said, all of their individual tours, and yeah, basically just road life, But living the life of a musician. I mean, that shit takes a toll on everybody. Look at all the fucking rock bands out there that are still going and shit, like uh, fucking Aerosmith, Journey, um, REO Speedwagon. You take a look at any of bands like that, like fucking Metallica. All those motherfuckers are ancient as fucking hell. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I know they've all been around since like the 70s, 80s, but still, I mean, some people age better than others. Musicians age a lot quicker than most. And that's just because of their lifestyle. Um, that and most party all the time, and do drugs, And not really judging. I mean, shit, I do a lot of partying myself still at 28, almost 29. I'll be 29 in fucking January, and, a lot of people can, like, take one look at me and think, okay, yeah, that motherfucker does not look like he's going on 29. He looks like he's at least in his mid to late 30s. I've even had some people say that I'm at least 40, if not older. Like, at the very least 40. And, you know, I've dealt with a lot of shit in my life and went through a lot of bad times, a lot of bad experiences. Lost my grandparents. That was really hard for me. My grandmother was the first person out of everyone in my immediate family to see me born, or to see me after I was born. Even before my mom could. She was the first one at that window in the hospital where they have all the newborns. And, yeah, so I was real close to them, and then one by one they each died, and then a couple of years ago, a few years ago, my Uncle Jerry died, and, that was another big blow. So that, and, I drink a lot, I smoke a lot, well, cigarettes, not weed or anything else, but yeah, I drink, I smoke, so, you know, bad times and all that shit, it does take a toll on people. And, yeah, so, getting back to Twiztid and Blaze, J10, in my opinion, is a punk-ass fucking bitch that needs to get fucking beat down. I'm not telling anyone to go after his ass, because I'm not encouraging any illegal activities at all whatsoever, but yeah, I mean, seriously, the motherfucker needs to get fucking beat down. I'm not saying he needs to be killed necessarily, but maybe beaten almost to death. Like, to the point where he wished he was dead. Um, yeah, so that's enough about that little maggot. And, and after all this shit dies down, all the shit with Twiztid and Blaze getting arrested, it'll go on for probably a few weeks or a month, maybe a little more. But after all this shit does eventually die down, I think it would be in the best interest of everyone, since J10 is trying to get his fucking name out there, okay? He's trying to be a big fucking deal. He was butthurt that he didn't get signed to Psy, and he wants to ingratiate himself to the Juggalo fam. Yeah, good fucking luck with that shit. Especially after the shit you fucking pulled, motherfucker. Yeah, that shit will not be happening. Um, yeah, and, but yeah, after all this shit dies down, it'd be the best idea for everyone to just never fucking mention this punk-ass bitch again. Because by mentioning him, all you're doing is just putting his name out there more and more. I know I've mentioned his name a few times in this video, and it'll be the last time that I ever mention his name in a video again. I mean, that's it, I'm done. I'm never mentioning that little fucking punk-ass, bitch-ass, pussy-ass, fucking douchebag ever again. Never. And, one last note about Mad Rocks. I have heard